We look at race number 5, and this race is a Class 4 over the 1,000 metres. Amazing Rockies on the class drop, two-time winner this grade, both of them course and distance. Savvy Delight draws the outside gate. Super Axiom is back to the 1,000 from the 1,200 last start. Pachisi has the crossover noseband off. Momentum Galaxy is a three-time course and distance winner. Ace Talent raced wide last start, and Generous Friend, number 12, has a tongue tie going on for the first time, Tom.
Yeah, well, we know Super Axiom likes to go forward to here, and they'll do that again. Led and knocked up last start. Mr Majestic, he was handy in the run and travelled nicely on the fence, circuit 7. He'll be somewhere near them, but he actually missed the start last start, circuit 7, and poor old amazing Rocky Paul with Victor Wong from barrier 11.
Yeah, it looks a bit hard for him, doesn't he, from that barrier draw. Yeah, circuit 7 can be a bit iffy at the start. He's missed the start a couple of times, but he jumped away last when he was racing at Shartin there. Oversubscribed. Now, he's got a perfect draw, but unfortunately he never uses it. And I think Generous Friend, Talent Supremo, another one that's been racing down the straight, he'll come back.
That is the speed map, and we're going to have a look now at an interview with Frankie Law, the trainer of a second starter in King Invincible.
Frankie Law, King Invincible is having only second run this Wednesday night for you and your stable. Talk me through his run on debut, Frankie, because he certainly was a bit eye-catching late.
Yes, last time, the first start, he got an outside draw. So I don't want to just push him too hard. I just want to let him learn a little bit, just jump a little bit at the back to see in the straight how his performance. But he looks good last time.
Just on the performance, obviously he trialled quite nicely coming into the race. Was there always the element that he could be that little bit green on his debut?
Yeah, in the morning he's still a little bit green, so that's why I don't want to watch him, give him more time. So before this race, I tried him once. You can see he jumped fast and he lead all the way. But I think in the race, this time we draw 8. I hope you can get maybe midfield. It should be good.
Yeah, interesting. Obviously, it leads me on nicely, obviously, to that trial. I mean, he showed some really good gate speed, and he really did travel along strongly, didn't he? Is that something that he shows you in his work in the mornings, that he's quite a strong traveller?
I can't say he's really a strong traveller, because usually in the trial, everyone just trial maybe just easy. So he jumped fast and then he just lived by himself. I think in the race he can sit midfield. Yeah.
And he's just a 3-year-old. I guess we're all fully expecting that improvement. Do you feel that he has improved necessarily enough to come into this race and obviously make his presence felt?
He's improved. But this is second start. I think he's still a lot of need to learn. So, but anyway, he's better than last time.
Frankie Law and Invincible Missile. The opposition, Tom, includes Pachisi, who's coming off this 4th last time. That was behind Wood on Fire, who was beaten favourite, and on face value didn't seem to have too many excuses.
Yeah, well, he pulled up a roar and he pulled a bit, and he was a bit slow out in his recent barrier trial as well, but look, he had no pressure on the fence in that trial. Wood on Fire was the winner here. He was beaten 4 3/4, but disappointing overall, probably.
Yeah, look, he finished off the race strongly enough. The roaring is obviously a bit of a concern, isn't it?
Need to read the form comments a little bit closer. Didn't see the roar there for Pachisi, so he did have somewhat of an excuse. Circuit 7, Paul, the start. Is that your biggest worry?
Yeah, it is. Look, I thought we might get a bit of a price because he's well-rated horse, but he's only come up at 5.9 at the moment. But I really like the way he finished off this race. This was a lot stronger as well. You can see him. I think the winner's is very progressive, and he had to switch heels, and he finished off really nicely. It's just hold your breath at the start. But look, he's 1 off 54. He's down to this 42 rating with a light weight, so he's capable.
Off the back of running 5th 3 runs ago, Talent Supremo, his last to have been disappointing. That horse that won that race, Red Elegance, trialled really well on Tuesday morning.
And Sparkling Dolphin has come out of that race and won also. Finally, Tom, we zip up to Chung Fa, an amazing Rocky. He gets a weight allowance for Victor Wong, but he's got barrier number 11. Trial was good, though.
Yeah, won it well enough, but his win was off 55. He's still up in the handicap at the moment, off 60. He's a two-time winner. Both have been course and distance, but I couldn't have him here from barrier 11.
No, not with all this pace underneath him. With Super Axiom, Mr Majestic, they're both reliable horses that go forward. So, look, I think he'll sleep well after
He'd have to be an iron horse.
Yeah, definitely.
But you're hoping Circuit 7 jumps and just follows along in behind Super Axiom.
And pays a bit of a price as well. Otherwise, I know I'll get some stick from you two. Yeah, he's come up a little bit shorter than I thought, but he's just such a well-rated horse, and he's on top. But Chisi, look, the roaring is a bit of a concern with that, so we'll keep an eye on how he races. King Invincible, we heard from Frankie, was a really good debut run, and Mr. Majestic there in for fourth. He's a horse that should be right on the pace, and he's been racing well at Happy Valley, 11, 6, 7 and 5.
Go with the 10 here, Ace Talent. He's currently an each way price at the moment is Ace Talent. Casper Founds, Alexi Bedell. Now, he jumped really well and then they restrained him, and then they sort of worked out, well, we're going to get caught wide here, so they pushed the button again and went forward. Maybe if they hadn't have had to stoke him up again to get forward, he might have had a bit more at the end, but he should get a good run here, I think, from his draw of barrier number 5. Momentum Galaxy, he last one off 51, he's off 52. He closed pretty well last start. Pachisi and King Invincible made good ground along the inside. Bit slow out in his recent barrier trial, ended up going to the front and was a bit keen, but did look good enough as well. 10, 8, 6 and 7.
And for Triple Trio Putters, race number 5 is the first leg.